Hi friends, welcome back to the brand new series on Angular Zero to Hero, a perfect Angular guide for beginners. In my last video, I have explained about what is Angular, why we need to go for Angular framework and the difference between traditional web application and single page application. In this video, let's start installing Angular and create our first application. Let's start. To start our Angular development, we need certain tools. Node.js. Node.js is an open source JavaScript runtime environment. We know Angular is written in TypeScript, but browser does not understand TypeScript. Node.js will be used by the Angular CLI to bundle and optimize our project. So first we need to install Node.js. We can install it from the official Node.js site. Always you can see two latest versions. I suggest you to go for the first one, which is marked as recommended for most users. When you click this, you will get an installable file which you can use to install it. Node.js version is important. Always go for the latest version if you want to install the latest version of Angular. If you want to install a specific version of Angular, you can actually do it. But in that case, go for the compatible version of Node.js because sometimes latest version of Node may not support some previous versions of Angular. After Node is installed, you can verify the installation. Open a command prompt and use the command node space --version or node space -v. You can see the node version installed. Similarly, if you use the command npm space -version or npm space -v, you can see the npm version installed. If you can see this, your node installation is perfect. And npm is Node Package Manager, which is the default package manager of Node, and that will be used to install Angular and its dependencies. Let's install Angular. Let me open the command prompt and use the command npm install -g @angular/cli. Here -g is also important because if you miss this, Angular will be installed locally and you cannot access ng outside of this folder. -g means we are instructing npm to install it globally. After it is installed, we can see this message. Also, we can verify the installation using the command ng version. If you are seeing this, then your Angular installation is perfect. Let's create our first application. I want to keep all my Angular programs in a particular folder. So I have opened a command prompt in that folder location. And then I'm going to use the command ng new and an app name. Let me give the app name as my first app. App name is important and we should not use any reserved keywords for app name. When I press enter, it will ask me some questions. First question has been introduced as part of Angular 11. In earlier versions, we have option to enable strict mode by using a flag --strict. By default, it is false. Now in 11, we can set this flag through this question. And for your information, when strict mode is set to true, it will enable stricter type checking and stricter bundle budget settings. These settings will be useful for catching bugs ahead of time and for better maintainability. For now, I don't want to enable this, so let me choose no. Next, I need to decide whether my application requires routing module. If I choose yes, a routing module file will be created and configured. I will explain the routing module after I explain all the basic concepts. So I will choose no for now. Then I need to decide which kind of style sheet I need to use in my application. Most of the people go for CSS, but I usually go for SCSS because SCSS has more advantages, and in SCSS file we can actually use CSS code. But if I choose CSS, then I cannot use SCSS code. It does not support. But to make it simple, let me choose CSS now. Maybe in another project we shall go with SCSS. Now I can see my app is getting created and now it is done. I can go to my app folder using cd command and then use ng space serve to start my development server. My development server is started, and if I open localhost :4200, I can see my app is running. So we have successfully installed Angular and created our first application. In the next video, let me explain the file structure in Angular and how an Angular application works. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, press bell button and stay tuned. Thank you.